Hello and welcome to another update video about HBAR. Yeah, on the HBAR chart, there are two main scenarios. I'll tell you my primary scenario as well. So the first one is assuming that wave 2 here, this larger corrective wave, this sort of bear market correction, finished in January 2023. Since then, we could assume that HBAR has started to produce a so-called 5-wave move to the upside, which would be quite bullish. Problem is that this is, it has problems, this wave count, this assumption. The reason is the wave 1 here between January 23 and February 23 is not clearly impulsive. Again, we can give it a chance, but it would need to follow through basically now. The next problem is, so structurally there are problems. The next problem is price broke below the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement, which was 4.4 cents here in June this year. That shows a lot of weakness in the chart. That is not ideal for continuation to the upside. Honestly, we need to be picky with this stuff. Yeah? We need to be picky if we want to identify solid charts, high probability setups. Even though it's possible still to move higher, we have to be picky among the altcoins. So that's also a sign that indicates a lot of weakness. The next problem comes with this move to the upside, which at the moment is only a 3-wave move. Can you see that it is just labeled as a W, X, Y structure? The problem is it's a 3-wave move. Yeah, I'm not happy with the structure of this move. I mean, again, it can always move higher, but it would only be possible within this third wave that we say, yes, if we are building 5 waves, within the third wave, it would need to be a diagonal. So basically this WXY was a wave 1, which is possible, but just not probable. Okay, we're always looking for the ideal structures. So I'm not happy with the white wave count, even though it's a possibility. It's also not completely unlikely, but I also don't, there are too many signs, too many red flags. It's a bit fishy. So the problem here is that this move to the upside in a wave 1, it would be a leading diagonal basically within a third wave. Now, having wave 1 as a leading diagonal within a wave 3, it is very rare. Yeah, I mean, a wave 3 itself cannot be a diagonal. There are different ways how this can be solved, but the wave 1 in a wave 3 as diagonal is rare. So again, discussing that any further would go a bit too far, but let me know if you have any questions about that. But it is, for me, not the preferred wave count. You need to know it is possible. And it is possible as long as price holds above the 4-cent level, this June low. Yeah, as long as we hold above that level, a more direct escalation higher is possible. All I can do is warn about it. Yeah, I can't say this is a highly likely scenario. It is also not unlikely, but it's certainly not the most probable one for me at the moment without seeing further evidence. Okay. So, of course, if I see evidence by price breaking above what I have labeled as wave 1, 9.9 cents basically, if price breaks above that level, I have to take this scenario much more into focus and into consideration. Until then, I'd rather prefer the yellow wave count here, which is a triangle count. To be fair, I should probably put the wave 2 here then, which is the end of the triangle. That is with a question mark here, because it is still expected to make another low basically based on this wave count. And then we would have the yellow wave count, which is a triangle. Triangle very likely for exactly the reasons that I mentioned to you. Price came down a little bit too low for a 1-2 setup in June. The move up was very corrective, and at the moment it just can't really get off the ground. So I've already sketched out a roadmap in the last video for this ABCDE structure in yellow, which should result in another low possibly. And the low should be below 3.5 cents, below the January 23 low. There are a few coins that are potentially working on a triangle right now. ADA is another one. Now in this triangle wave count, we completed the A wave, the B wave. By the way, a triangle is a 5-wave move. So we're watching if we can complete the D wave and the E wave. In this scenario, HBAR completed the C wave already on this 15th of August when it reached 7.6 cents. And I gave you in the last video a count where I said, okay, possibly this A wave finished, the A wave of the D wave. I probably have to just increase the wave degree of this. Yeah. So the D wave is an ABC structure typically. So we might have completed the A wave, the B wave, and we might be in the C wave right now. This would be confirmed, in my opinion, with a break below the 5.2 cent level, the A wave low, and it would already gain in likelihood if we can break below the trend line. Target for the C wave would be, so we take the length of the A wave, go to the high of the B wave. Typical target would be 4.8, yeah, around about 4.8. I think I marked it in the previous video, 4.7, depending on how accurately we draw the fibs, but 4.7, 4.8 cents would be a key target for the C wave within the D wave of the triangle. Now, it is technically possible that the B wave is unfolding as a triangle. So it's not confirmed, we don't have enough waves, it rather looks like it wants to break down, but it's just highlighted, okay? So forecast here would be on lower against the B wave high of 6.86 cents. Then, as soon as the D wave is complete, we should get another lower high in an E wave and then break down. That's sort of how I see this at the moment. In triangles, wave counts can change quickly. Be aware of that because we're dealing with unreliable corrective structures. But that is sort of at the moment the best I can do. From an Elliott Wave point of view, the relevant support and resistance levels have been mentioned. By the way, yeah, the 8.1 cent level is Fibonacci resistance. So getting above that would be already, let's say, a first hint, a first signal that something more bullish might be going on. That's my update about HBAR. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.